Hey, what's up, you guys? Back with another review of Ring of Honor. We are on week 18, and I am still holding strong. Now, this episode was a little bit different because we did have some New Japan wrestlers on here, and we also had some Canadian wrestlers on the card as well. So this episode didn't really feel too much like other episodes since we had some new faces on the card. Now, that doesn't mean that this was like a slam dunk when it comes to how great the show was, but I do think it was really decent. Now, one of the things that bothered me was the first match. We had LFI, Drilistico and Preston Vance versus Vikram Prashar and Mark Wheeler. This match opened the damn show, and it was literally 3 minutes. If I say it was a second more than 3 minutes, I'm lying. And I'm like, how do you start off a show with a squash match? That doesn't make sense at all. Who is going to be excited to see this? This is something that they would never do on either with Rampage or Dynamite, even Collision. They wouldn't do something like this because they know ratings is a factor. If I turn on a wrestling show and the first match is 3 minutes, I'm changing the fucking channel type of deal. So I really didn't like how they started off the show with that. At first, I was a little excited because I haven't really seen LFI that much. We know we've been seeing Andrade on Collision, and I've been wondering if we're going to see all these guys together. I'm not sure where they're going with LFI at this point, but I thought this was going to be a really great match. But yeah, 3 minutes, you're not going to get anything from that. Now, next we do have the Righteous versus Dark Order. So it was a tag team match, not trios, so Stu was not in the match, and Evil Uno was looking really great in black and purple, and he was not in the match. So, these guys are just ringside cheering on their friends. Now, during this match, so there's just a little bit of observation here. I like the storyline. However, I don't know what the payoff is going to be with this storyline. Obviously, Stu seems to really have made his choice with being with the Righteous, so I don't think he's going to change his mind. And it seems like the Dark Order is trying to win him back. I just don't know where they're going with the storyline. However, I am enjoying what they're doing. We get to see more matches from these guys, and the Dark Order has an edgier side to them as of late that I'm really enjoying. During this match, Vincent gets a chair, brings it to the ring, and Evil Uno doesn't want him to use the chair, so he snatches the chair, but the referee sees Evil Uno with the chair and thinks that he's going to hit Vincent or Dutch with the chair. So now he's like, you know what, you gotta get the hell out of here. And he tells him to leave, and obviously everyone's upset because they know Evil Uno was tricked. Now, I did enjoy this match, and I really feel like the Righteous is growing on me. But like I said, the storyline really needs to push it and go up a notch so we can see what the real payoff is for Stu being part of the Righteous. So I'm pretty sure that's coming, and we're probably just going to have to be really patient with this. Now, after this match is over, we do have Evil Uno who comes back, and he's in the ring with Stu Grayson. Evil Uno was holding the chair, and Evil Uno is like, bitch, hit me with the chair. I beg you to hit me with the chair. And he even gets on his knees just begging him to grow some balls and hit him with the chair. And Evil Uno is like, nah, man, you my bro. Like, even though we're having a little hiccup here, I don't want to hit you with the chair. And really, it's like we're seeing the Dark Order, they still want to be friendly or whatever, but they're not really taking the hint that Stu has left the Dark Order, and Stu ends up kicking the chair out of Evil Uno's hand. And, like I said, I want to see the payoff with this storyline, but I do see the growth in both of these teams, and they've been a lot more interesting. Next, we have Diamante versus Layla Gray. Yeah, they had a match last week, which really didn't end well since Layla had cheated. This week, to be honest with you, their match wasn't that interesting. So Diamante takes up the win, but I really want to see so much more with these girls. I was expecting to see Diamante to be a little bit more up on the card with the ladies, but things are moving kind of slow with the women's division. Either way, I would skip this match. So next we have Stokely Hathaway and Samoa Joe backstage. Now earlier in the show, Tony Khan has graced us with his presence once again, and he's letting Stokely know that, you know, he can run the show, whatever, but if he needs help, he's backstage. And really, I'm like, Stokely, don't call Tony Khan. Just handle your business. We don't need help from him right now. And here comes Samoa Joe, who's hyping up Stokely Hathaway for being the guy at ROH. Then he says, you know what? I run you. And, you know, it's so funny because Samoa Joe, he has that look and he has that voice, and it's like, he's like the perfect heel. I really love seeing him in ROH. We haven't seen him in the ring that much on ROH TV show, but we have been seeing him on AEW here and there. I want to see more of him in the ring. Next was a match that really, it didn't bother me, but so here's the thing. This next match, we have the Lucha Brothers, El Hijo de Vikingo, Commander versus Shane Taylor and the Workhorsemen and Gringo Loco. This match felt a little random because it was filmed in Chicago like 2 weeks ago, and they just put it part of the show. And I'm just like, you don't think we noticed that this is like a completely different venue, and this was shot before like Dynamite or something, and the rest of the show was shot, I think it was after Collision. So it's a different set, obviously different venue. Everything is different. The crowd, the vibe from the crowd is different, and it's just like, don't do this again. If you just feel like you couldn't throw the match in, just don't do it, because it just feels weird. Anyway, they do have a really great match that I believe should have opened the show, especially since it was taking place at another venue. Why not just open the show with this, and then the rest of it will feel like a better flow because everything else was taped at Collision. So either way, I enjoyed what we got here, but it's predictable. It's always the baby faces taking the win. Whenever you see the Lucha Brothers in something, you know they're fucking winning, and I'm a little annoyed with that. I like to see something different and not so predictable. Lucha Brothers is doing every fucking thing but defending those ROH tag titles. I want to see someone else get them at this point. You guys already know who takes the win. Now, next, we have Big Bill, Lee Moriarty versus Tarek and Karu. And I'm just going to be honest, Big Bill and Lee Moriarty are super talented. I would like to see them more on AEW TV. I feel like, well, I wouldn't say that they deserve like a tag team championship at this point. I would like to see more of them and hear more of them on the mic or whatnot. I've hardly ever heard anything from Lee Moriarty, but he is a really great ring technician that I really enjoy. And if AEW spends some time working on this guy, he's going to make it in this business. And Lexi, girl, you are so lucky to be having somebody like Big Bill. He is so yummy. Either way, we have a really great match with these guys, and I was expecting this to be a squash match, and it wasn't. But I really feel like Big Bill and Lee Moriarty have chemistry. I just want them to do something with these guys. They do end up taking the win. Lee takes the win via submission. I did enjoy this, but man, come on, AEW, some storylines for ROH, please. That will make it more enjoyable. Next, we have the Embassy versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, and I really enjoy this. First of all, I have to say this. If you've been watching the Embassy consistently in ROH from their first match up until now, you will definitely see the growth. You will definitely see them like more of a trios where they have that chemistry. It took some time for them to get to where they are right now, and I absolutely enjoy seeing these guys in the ring. This was a really great match. Maybe my favorite or second favorite match of the night. Now in this match, the one to really look out for is Shingo. He is absolutely killing it in this match, and it makes it way more interesting. Now, I really want to see AEW really push the Embassy. I feel like there's something special with these guys. It took some time to get there, but I feel like when you see them on ROH, it's a different vibe compared to when you see them on a Dynamite or a Rampage or whatever. And I don't like that because I feel like even though Ring of Honor is its own promotion, you want it to still flow with AEW as well. So you don't want it to be like inconsistencies with the booking where it's like, okay, you guys look good on one place, but here you guys look like shit. I just want Tony to fix it. They really need to fix it. Either way, I really enjoyed everyone here. I do recommend checking out this match. And like I said, you guys going to see the growth in the Embassy. They do really, really great here. And I can't wait to see who they're going to go against at Death Before Dishonor. I really like where they're going with this. You guys already know they take the win. Next, we have a match that I really enjoyed, probably my match of the night. Willie Mack versus El Desperado. Yes, you heard that right. Now, both of these guys are super, super talented. If you've never seen El Desperado in the ring, this is a really great way to get to know him. But if you really want to see him in action, you're going to have to turn into New Japan to see what he's all about. Now, Willie Mack, as of late, has been having a losing streak. However, almost every time he gets in the ring, he is always entertaining, very talented. He's a big dude that moves in ways that you feel like, whoa, that should be impossible for someone your size. And to be honest, he's someone who, once again, another wrestler who's super talented, but might get lost in the shuffle if Tony Khan doesn't do something different with him. Either way, you guys, check this out. I really feel like you got to see some of the best from both of these guys. I really wasn't expecting a match in the middle of the card like this to be so entertaining. Guys, take note of Willie Mack. If they do the right thing with him, he is going to be really, really huge. And I enjoy watching both these guys. However, El Desperado takes the win. And I wasn't really surprised about that. But either way, I do think that Willie Mack is absolutely impressive. Next, we have Roppongi Vice versus House of Torture. And I'm going to say it. I prefer Trent Beretta in the ring with Rocky Romero over Chuck Taylor. I don't have no issues with Chuck, but I really feel like Trent is a better fit with Rocky. But overall, Trent, he should be doing singles matches. Like, I don't remember the last time we've actually seen him do a singles match. I do believe that he's more of like having fun with wrestling right now. I remember when I was younger, I used to have like a major crush on Trent, and he's so talented. He should just be doing his own thing. Either way, we have a really great match, tag team match with these guys, and I really feel like you can see the difference in terms of, wow, what word I want to use to say this. It's just that Rocky's just different. I feel like he's on another level compared to Chuck. Either way, another great match. It was decent. I would like to see them tag more compared to with the Best Friends. Next, we had Christopher Daniels, Darius Martin, and Action Andretti versus United Empire, which was Kyle Fletcher, TJP, and Jeff Cobb. Before this match, United Empire had a little promo, and Kyle called Jeff Jeffrey, and Jeff looked back at him like, who the fuck you calling Jeffrey? I don't know why, but that just really made me crack up. I thought it was so funny. Oh my gosh, these guys are so talented. This is another really great match to check out. I really felt like this match made the mood of the show much more interesting. Everyone in this match had something really great to offer. And I've been saying this, I would definitely like to see Jeff Cobb way more often in AEW. I do think he's super talented. TJP too. I don't remember if he's ever been in a match in AEW. He probably was, but I can't think of it. But this one definitely stood out. He has like a baby face. Like literally looked like he's in high school or something. And like he is so talented. I can't believe WWE had dropped the ball on him too. This is just a reoccurring thing with WWE, but I enjoy the match a lot. I felt like everyone had great chemistry together. I wouldn't even mind seeing them do a rematch with these guys since they're so entertaining. Definitely thought United Empire was going to take the win. Surprise, surprise, they didn't take the win. I don't know why. I the whole time I was like, oh, this is predictable. United Empire is going to win, but they didn't take it, and that's okay. We don't really care for predictability over here, so I'm all right with that. I hope we get to see these three back in AEW or ROH, whatever it is. I know Kyle has definitely signed with AEW, but I want to see TJP and Jeff again for sure. Next, we have an interview with Alexi and Jerry Lynn with The Kingdom. So basically, long story short, next week we're going to get The Kingdom and Maria versus Trish Adora and the Infantry, and that's going to be really interesting. Now we have the ROH Women's World Championship Proving Grounds match, Athena versus Casey Spinelli. This match was like 5 minutes, and it definitely didn't show the best of Athena here. She was still on brand, being a typical heel, but unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy this match, and it was short anyway, which we expect with a Proven Grounds match. Athena does take the win. Yeah, I didn't really care for this. Now, this is her 28th straight win, so go Athena. She's been doing really, really well. This is just one of those matches that I didn't really enjoy. And for the main event, we had another Proving Grounds match for the ROH World Championship. Claudio Castagnoli versus Chuck Taylor. It felt weird. I'm just like, bro, I don't even know why you up in here. So earlier, he does challenge Claudio for the title, but Claudio was like, look, bro, we're gonna have a match, but it's gonna be a Proving Ground match, and forget the time limit. You're gonna have to whoop my ass and beat me to get a title shot. And that just made me look at Claudio like, I like a man taking charge. He definitely knows exactly what he's capable of. Now, this match honestly was definitely less than the time limit anyway. We know that Chuck Taylor wasn't going to win, but I thought that we was going to see maybe a different side of Chuck, and to be honest, not really. It's just a typical thing that we get with Chuck Taylor. It wasn't a pure get your ass beat type of match. We did see Chuck Taylor. He did have some great moments, but nothing that really stood out or made me feel impressed in any type of way. There was a point where they took it right out the where the crowd is, and Claudio does a DDT onto one of the chairs that was empty, and he runs back to the ring. And you know, with ROH, you get a 20 count. And out of the blue, Roppongi Vice comes out, and they're trying to cheer on for Chuck to wake his ass up and get into the ring before the ref counts to 20. To be honest, 20 is way more than enough. I really don't like the whole 20 count thing. 10 is perfectly fine. Now, he does make it, I think, when the ref counts to 8, maybe even 9. And from there, now that his friends are ringside, now he got a little bit more cojones and he's doing much better in this match. But Claudio shut that shit down and takes the win with a Ricola bomb. And it's just lovely to see. Now, he does sort of tap his hand since he didn't want to shake it after the match. But this was interesting because I actually... Even though I don't like the whole Proven Ground thing, I think it's really weird. It's just like an eliminator match, which is just a really weird concept to me. I like the fact that somebody like Chuck Taylor, that you'll never even expect to be anywhere near that title scene, to have an opportunity. I just didn't feel like with this match, it didn't prove anything. Even if he was going to lose, at least we would have been able to look at him in a different light, like maybe in a more impressive way. But I don't think that really worked out for Chuck. Either way, I do feel like this probably wouldn't be something that I would have put as the main event. But you guys already know why. It's obviously the biggest title in ROH, so they put it for last. This was a great episode. Some things here is skippable. So if you didn't see it, it's easier for you to just skip through things rather than live through some matches that you really don't want to sit through. But I really enjoy this. I'm really hoping things are going to pick up because that pay-per-view is a few weeks away. And after the pay-per-view is when I'm going to decide if I'm going to continue to keep reviewing it, because sometimes it's just not worth it to me. But I appreciate everyone who does watch my review though. And guys, I will be back tomorrow with Rampage. Bye.